a dessert perfect for February, Valentine's Day and so on. The Pavlova roll, which is much quicker and easier to make than the Pavlova cake, but has the same incredible taste. The sweet meringue is balanced by the almost unsweetened cream and the super fresh fruit. Hi, I'm Robert and today we're making a Pavlova roll, which can either be one long roll of about 1.2 kilograms or two smaller ones around 600 grams each, which is how I like to cut them. Let's get started. We begin with the meringue, for which I've placed 125 grams of egg whites, 250 grams of sugar and about 5 grams of lemon juice into a bowl. The lemon juice helps to dissolve the sugar and breaks down the albumin in the egg whites, making them easier to whip. We'll place this over a double boiler until the sugar fully dissolves. To check if the sugar has dissolved, dip your fingers into the mixture and rub it between your fingers. If you still feel sugar grains, it needs more time. This is the safest method. Once the sugar has dissolved, transfer the mixture to a stand mixer and whip on medium speed. I'll show you the exact consistency we need to achieve. When the meringue starts to foam, add 8 grams of cornstarch and continue whipping. Right after adding the cornstarch, lower the speed to avoid making a mess. This is the consistency we're aiming for. The meringue should be firm, but the peaks should be slightly soft. Next, on a 30 by 40 cm baking tray, place a slightly larger sheet of parchment paper and simply spread the meringue evenly with a spatula. Bake for about 15 minutes at 175 Celsius with fan. Right after taking it out of the oven, place a baking tray on top, flip it over and carefully peel off the parchment paper from the bottom of the meringue to prevent it from becoming too moist and difficult to remove later. Once the meringue has completely cooled, prepare the cream filling using 250 grams of mascarpone, 200 grams of cream, 30 grams of powdered sugar and a bit of vanilla extract. Since it's a small quantity, I mix it by hand using a whisk. The consistency should be firm but not too stiff. For the filling, we'll add about 250 grams of fruit, raspberries, blueberries or whatever you like. I'm using strawberries, which I've cut into fairly large strips. Now we roll the meringue from the shorter side, so this will be the final length of the roll. The first few turns might be a bit tricky since the meringue is quite crisp and you'll notice some minor cracks, but that's part of the charm. Make sure the seam of the roll is on the bottom. Roll until the edges look neat and the end is tucked under. As you can see, it's quite long and hard to handle, which is why I prefer to cut it into two smaller rolls. However, before cutting, I let it sit in the fridge for about 15 minutes to allow the meringue to absorb some of the moisture from the cream and become less sticky. After cutting, I made another half portion of the same cream for decoration, leaving it slightly softer. Using a piping bag with the tip cut off, I'll pipe some simple wave-like decorations and finish with fresh raspberries. Of course, you can decorate however you like, let your imagination run wild. This is half of our Pavlova roll and I think it's the perfect dessert for this time of the year. Red and white are a great match for Valentine's Day, and it's a dessert that even men can prepare quickly and easily for this special occasion. For more recipes like this, don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram for plenty of useful tips.